Dr. Anthony Fauci, the nation's leading infectious disease official, told the New York Times his time advising President Donald Trump's coronavirus response team was complicated by the president's tendency to take pandemic advice from unqualified friends and his aversion to being contradicted or questioned. "I started getting anxious that this was not going in the right direction. The anecdotally driven situations, the minimization, the president surrounding himself with people saying things that didn't make any scientific sense," Fauci told the Times. "We would say things like, 'This is an outbreak. Infectious diseases run their own course unless one does something to intervene.' And then Trump would get up and start talking about, 'It's going to go away, it's magical, it's going to disappear.'" Fauci has been open about the death threats he and his family have received since the pandemic began, but revealed to the Times he had a close call when he was sent a letter filled with a mysterious white powder. "I opened it up and a puff of powder came all over my face and my chest. That was very, very disturbing to me," Fauci said. His security detail brought in a hazmat team, who he said determined the substance in the envelope was benign. "But it was frightening. My wife and my children were more disturbed than I was," Fauci said. "I looked at it somewhat fatalistically. It had to be one of three things: a hoax, or anthrax, which meant I'd have to go on Cipro for a month. Or if it was ricin, I was dead, so bye-bye." Fauci has worked in public health for 5 decades and has served as a health advisor for every president since Ronald Reagan. Polls indicate he is one of the most trusted figures in the U.S. for information on the pandemic. While Fauci and Trump had a strained relationship during Trump's final year in office, Fauci told the Times he didn't fear being fired. "I didn't think at all that he was going to fire me. It was just, Donald Trump being Donald Trump," he said. Fauci said Friday he would be able to speak more freely about the pandemic under the Biden administration. "The idea that you can get up here and talk about what you know, what the evidence, what the science is, and no, that's it, let the science speak, it is somewhat of a liberating feeling," Fauci said at a White House press briefing. On Sunday, former White House coronavirus task force coordinator Dr. Deborah Birx opened up about how the country's coronavirus response was impeded by the Trump administration. Fauci on what working for Trump was really like. New York Times. Trump's top health officials Fauci, Birx, Redfield, now unload frustrations with ex-president. Forbes. It's a liberating feeling, Fauci describes working under Biden versus Trump. Forbes.